Hey there, folks. I'm Serious JG. Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 2 on the Mega Man Classic Edition, Legacy Edition, whatever the game's actually called. I'll be curious now. I've got a new computer, which has already gave me one scary hard crash where I thought a driver had failed, but it is way, way faster processing videos than the last one. So let's see what's going to be done first. Me recording a video with my poor Mega Man skills, or this computer processing a video with its high-speed super skills. We'll find out as we fight our way through the last regular Wily stage. Let's get a little bit more quick boomerang, and let's get a little bit more metal blades, and we will not worry about bubble lead just yet, although the time is coming when we will need bubble lead. Now, getting out of that last stage with an E-tank but no lives in reserve is not good. We really need to find a way to get to that life. Because I anticipate losing a life on this stage, but I really want to bring that E-tank with us into the stage where we fight the bosses in rematch. So here's an interesting thing about this particular stage. Like, I don't see any particular reason to fight this guy. Seems like you can safely ignore him. And just cross over and get the one... Yes, this stage features false floors. Even when you know they're there, it can be a pain in the butt to get past them. But in this case, there's a false ceiling above you as well, allowing you to jump over. Allowing you to jump over. Thank you. Thought he might have been close enough to trigger. I don't know what his trigger word is, or if he needs a trigger warning. Now. Yeah. False ceiling. Turns into a false floor when you go up a level. Guess I should have gotten more bubble lead, because I just remembered that's like actually the easiest way to figure out where you need to jump in this stage. Because yes, there's two false sections of the floor. And you can see now where the false floor gets a lot more dangerous in some areas than others. Kind of figured that there was a way there. So what's actually the best way to get this? Probably this guy. No. I'm feeling a little bad about how much health I've lost against the Mets, as I believe they're called. This, you will not see a false floor here because there'd be no place for you to fall to. But we'll have a little bit of tricky jumping that we need to do before we get out of this place. Although sometimes the trick with these stages is to figure out when it's a good idea to just get off and not ride all the way. But yeah, it'll get pretty bad here eventually. So if you don't want to use mobility weapons, you need to do this just the right way. And even if you want to use mobility weapons, the part that they allow you to do without using the trail thing isn't really the most dangerous part anyway. And you have to be careful with the metal blades that you don't accidentally fall off! God dang it. Or you also have to be careful when switching weapons that you don't accidentally fall off. Shit. Last life, don't know if that 1-up is going to respawn. The E-tanks don't. the 1-up respawns, we're okay. If not, kind of in a bad place. 1-up didn't respawn. We're kind of in a bad place. This level features a boss that I typically just die against the first time and just let it go. Because it's sort of a special boss where you have you have to use Crash Man weapon against it. It's possible to beat it in one life. I might have to do that for the first time. I don't think I ever did that on the original hardware or anything like that. If I can get to it without losing another life, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, if the 1-ups respawn, that would make things a little too easy. But I was really kind of hoping that despite having been pretty foolish with how I used an E-Tank earlier, I would still be able to carry 2 E-Tanks with me into the final boss rematch stage. That would have made things a lot easier. Instead, getting to the final boss rematch stage with no E-Tanks and just the ability to continue if I need to is probably what I'm going to have to settle for. I remember as kids that we had this joke. Bobo and I would refer to, I think it was this screen where we'd say, Pitfall Mega, new for Nintendo, because Pitfall Harry was like, I think there was an ad out at the times like Pitfall Harry new for the Super Nintendo or something. Although no, there couldn't be. Not when this game was new. There wasn't a Super Nintendo, but this was like Pitfall Mega, new for Nintendo. That was our little joke. Okay, so you have to be pressing down to use the metal blade and shoot it down. This guy is gonna frickin' kill you if you don't. Actually, I probably should have shot the... Oh shit, I was supposed to... Okay, I'm okay. You do it here, not there. But I should probably actually keep... Oh, no, wait, I remember what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use a Woodman shield. That's right. Well, in theory, you could use it to... Oh, shit, I accidentally save stated there. I did not mean to do that. I think I save stated. I didn't mean to save state there, folks. That's a bit of a cheat. So, this screen, there's no enemies, which makes it really easy if you... There's a way to do it without mobility weapons, but with mobility weapons, it's easy. There's no particular reason that you wouldn't want to use a little bit of item 2 and make that simple. I hate you guys. Now I'm halfway obligated to grind against you for extra lives. Oh, thank you. I love you guys. Yeah, this tends to be where you have to grind for Crash Man weapon if you do this the normal way, which involves losing once. And you end up spawning 2 of them and getting yourself kind of screwed. Fuck! Now the boss was right ahead. So that was pretty disastrous there. I should have just gone in with half health. I was hoping to get more get them to drop hit points, but I should have just gone in with half health and showed you the boss and have taken my first always unsuccessful the way I do it, but sets you up to win on the second try attempt. But I didn't do that. And now I will pay for it. Because I now am in a position where I need to either grind for an extra life or try to actually do this the right way you're supposed to do it when you only take 1 attempt, which I've never really been good at. But I know it's doable. What am I doing? I jumped down the ladder like a goof. deal with the Woodman shield is that if you press in any direction, you shoot it off. So it's only good once you've actually... Like, from here on out, it's good, because I don't have any more jumping I need to do. It'd be awesome if he dropped a 1-up. If anyone else drops a 1-up, I need to be ready to respond immediately. Because I got to get it before it falls off the screen. So this isn't going to work. Ah, JG, you screwed it up, didn't you? You screwed it up. Well, we'll still be able to do this. I just won't be able to save that E-Tank from the previous level. Unless I suddenly get way better at killing these guys. Well, that was actually pretty good. And it dropped nothing, which meant that I really kind of wasted those. I think Airman weapon did nothing to him, right? No, not true at all. Kinda needed a 1-up. Not getting it. Alright. Well, I'll showcase this anyway. Maybe I can puzzle through this. We'll see. I'll be impressed with myself if I pull this off now. Okay, so here's the deal. We've got Crashman weapon barriers. We've got enemies that can only be blown up using those cannons that we're going to see are immune to everything except Crashman weapon. And they shoot blasts that you can cheat your way out of being hit by them. This I'll show you in a moment. Because they start flashing and then they shoot a blast that you really can't dodge, but you can. Well, I just failed to do it, but if you hit the if you hit all of the pausing buttons like crazy... Wow, jeez. Well, I can't retain the E-weapon, so I might as well use it, the E-Tank. I'm either going to get game over and only have one E-Tank when I get here, or I'll just lose, so I might as well use it. But I'm supposed to be pressing and unpressing pause rapidly to avoid the blast. It's just like a little cheat, but I have to think about this. So I can blow up. I gotta blow up that one. I'm looking at how many shots I've got. I think I have to. Oh, okay. No, I take this one out, and then. Oh, damn it! No, it wasn't letting me pause. So there's certain ones that you have to take out. Now watch this. You see the blaster coming through? They won't hit me, see? Because I'm teleporting in and out. Alright. So I'm actually going to do this, I think, the smart way. But only if the... Alright. There are certain ones you have to take out. Like that one. Because there's one hiding behind it. That one. Now I'm going to take a hit. This one. This one you have to take out. And I'm trying to start pausing, but until the explosions end, I won't get a chance. Okay. This one you have to take out. Now you've only got one shot left, so you've got to use the mobility weapon. to finish the stage. Because these things are immune to everything except Crashman Weapon, which you have to use to get to them. Okay, so I'm actually doing it the right way for a change. And it took me an E-Tank to do it, so we didn't really net anything out of it, but I feel better about myself. I now feel like I'm a valuable human being for the first time ever, because I beat this frickin' boss with one set of Crashman weapon. But as you know from previous stages, when you blast one of those walls, until you get game over, the next life when you come through, the walls are already gone. So as a kid, what I always would do was use my first round of ammo. Dr. Wily teleport system, 2 o'clock. As a kid, what I always did was blast all the walls, get killed, fight through the stage, and, usually against those spool guys, grind for weapon power-ups until I had a full supply of Crashman weapon again, then go in and take out the cannons. But in fact, if you use a little bit of strategery, you can do it in one shot, which is what I did. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to say... Okay, actually, I guess I didn't actually save state in mid-stage there because I didn't get to the screen. And that's okay, because we never went back to it anyway. When we come back, we will have 1 E-Tank, 0 lives, and not full ammo. And we probably won't be able to beat the boss rush stage, especially because I'm not using a FAC, which means I have no idea which teleporter takes us to which boss, so I won't be able to fight them in any kind of, strategic order. Like the previous game, I believe each boss drops a small or medium-sized... there's only small and large in this game. I think each boss drops a health power-up after you defeat it, but we will see. We will see. I have a sinking feeling we are not going to have any E-Tanks with us at the end of this run as we get to the final boss. But I do recall there's a bit of a trick, sort of, kind of, maybe, to beating the final boss. But once you know it, the final stage isn't that bad, so I'm not all that worried about it. Anyway, folks, when we come back, we will be taking on the Dr. Wily Megaman Masters boss rush stage. And, would you look at that? I did not. Oh, wait, there's missing or unusual files in your Movie Maker project that are preventing your movie from being saved. Please check the file preparation is enabled in options. And I don't know what happened, except that I managed to finish this video before my last video processed because my last video processing crashed. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.